welcome to sunny Washington State. In the state of Washington, not Washington, D.C. This is the North Regional Round 1. And this is tonight's doubleheader. USC versus Washington State will kick us off. Then, you have Michigan versus Washington next. So, it is a 5 versus 4 matchup. Who will win? We'll find out next. Alright, so USC will kick it off to Washington State. We're off. They're going to bring it out. They're going to get it all the way to the 19-yard line. A good turn, and that is where Washington State will start. Tomorrow, Oregon State versus Oregon, a 7 versus 2 matchup. As soon as I get home from my gym class. First and 10, the 19 for this Washington State team. Hands it off to the running back. And that gets into a 2nd and 6. Second and 6 at the 22. You're at GESA Field. As that is a huge hole for this running back to get through. That is Kirby Voorhees. 12 yards on 2 rushes and an amazing pull by this Washington State O-line. Washington State now, 1st and 10 at the 30. Takes a handoff, throwing. First down once again for Washington State. The nightcap tonight, once again, is Michigan versus Washington. And to cap off the first round of the North, which will happen next Sunday. Saturday, we'll have the North for the South region. Takes handoff. He's going to throw. This is going to be the first incompletion of the day for this quarterback. A really good start to the day for him. Winners of this game will move on to Detroit. But the winner of this game will go on to face number 1 team in the North, Ohio State. 2nd and 10 at the 41. Hands it off to the back. And he gets nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 3rd and long. See, what Washington State needs to do here is they need to be aggressive. They need to start throwing deep. They are the underdog in this matchup against number 5 USC. They are 3-1 on the season, but they are heavily outnumbered as there he goes down. Keyshawn Silver with the first sack of the game for USC. And here comes the Washington State punt unit. That's just not a good thing for this Washington State team. They do not need to be taking sacks early in this game. 4th and 15. Here's the punt unit. So here we go. It's up. And they will fair catch it at the 18. Lemon, the punt return. Well, we just talked about Makai Lemon. Here is your matchup to watch. Makai Lemon against this Washington State coverage team. Makai Lemon, middle of your screen. And he gets it to the big tight end. Gets it down after a 2-yard gain. It's going to be a 2nd and 8. Second and 8 at the 20. Mayava hands it off to the back. He's going to get swarmed. Nowhere to go for the USC running back. Amazing work by this Washington State defense. And he will be down inches away from the first. Let's see what USC decides to do on 4th and inches. They will bring the punt unit on. There we go. They're going to punt it away. As here we go. Here's the return. And decent return gets us there to 34. Not really much to work with from the punter. From the punt returner. 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff to the back. Throwing deep. He drops it. Oh no. Wow. He dropped it. That was probably going to be putting him into prime touchdown position. But now they have to go back and deal with a 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff, sets up a screen with the receiver. He's got an open lane. He gets a 1st down. Zeckhouse today. That is not. No, that is the quarterback. He has 23 yards on the game today. So most of the plays that you have seen so far have been run. Looks like we're going to get another run play. No, it's another screen. He gets it to his receiver again. Down a yard short of the 1st half. Eckhouse. This could be a dangerous team to watch for this playoff. North versus South, your national championship game. Hands it off, and there's the swarm by the USC defense. Amazing work from USC, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st. It's tied at 0 after 1. Here are your team stats. Amazing job today from Washington State so far. Third and 4. Start off the 2nd quarter. See what Washington State decides to call. They call this play and it's dropped. It is dropped. So here's the Washington State punt unit back on for another drive wasted and had full potential. 4th and 4. Here's the punt unit. This one will be spotted at the 19. A good punt right there. 1st and 10 from the 19 for Mayava in this USC offense. Mayava drops back, holding on to the ball a little bit too long. He's going to try to scramble. He gets out of the pocket. He throws. He gets Makai Lemon, and he's got a touchdown. Touchdown, USC. And USC will strike first. Amazing pass by Jordan Mayava to get it all the way floated, all the way over to Makai Lemon to complete an amazing pass for a touchdown. Here's the extra point. Kick is up. It's good. 7-0. Your score. What a drive by the USC Trojans right there. Here's the kickoff. And the Washington State will kick it or bring it out. Gets it all the way out to the 17. First and 10 from the 17. Hands it off to the back. Gets nowhere after the 2-yard gain. He only has 10 yards on the day after having 12 earlier in the game. Lost 2 on him. The tackles were lost behind this line of scrimmage. 2nd and 8 from the 19 now. Fakes, amazing fake right there, but it's going to be a 3rd and 6. Washington State today, they have not been good on 3rd down situations. Third and 6, here we go. Can they pull it off? 3rd and 6, sending the back in motion. He's got a nice lane, but it's not going to be enough. It's another 4th down for this Washington State deep offense. Wow. The defense has just been putting in work all game long. And they just keep punting it back to USC. So here's Lemon to return another punt. He gets nowhere. Amazing work by the punt unit. 1st and 10 from the 35. Mayava fakes the play action, gets it the lane. 99 yards on the day for Jordan Mayava. Nothing game still. 54 seconds before the 2-minute warning. Rose gets it to the receiver and 3rd down situation. I don't think USC has had many of these today. Third and 5 from the 41. Mayava finds his man. It's dropped by Makai Lemon. And here's the 4th down. Washington State desperately needed this if they wanted to stay in this game. 4th and 5 from the 41. Here's the USC punt unit. Kick is up. It's going to be fair caught at the 19. Washington State last 3 drives have not gone anywhere outside of the 20. Let's see if that changes. Hands it off to the running back. And it's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. This will bring us to the 2-minute warning most likely. Yes, it will. 2 minutes to go in the first half. This is the Pcfl playoffs on YouTube. Second and 10 at the 18. Receivers all on the outside. See what he can do here. 2nd and 10 at the 18. Blitz. Down he goes. Timeout, USC. What has happened to the Washington State we saw on that first drive? Or the first 3 drives at Washington State. What happened to them? Eckhouse. Pressure, throwing to the back, and it gets him nowhere. It's going to be a 3rd down, it looks like. No, it's 4th. 4th and 15. Washington State has just not been able to do anything offensively since those first 2 drives. picks back up. And Makai Lemon will return it from the 42. Fair catch. 1st and 10 from the 42. Sends the back in motion. Gets it to Makai Lemon. It's going to be a 2nd and 5 now. Second and 5 from the 48. Mayama puts his whole body in the throw. Amazing work. Kyle Peterson with 3 tackles on the day, but it doesn't matter. USC first down in Washington State territory. Fakes a handoff by Alva. Is going to run it himself. He's got a nice lane. Gets it all the way down to the 10, and there's the first Washington State timeout.
Timeout, Washington State.
First and 10 on the 10-yard line. Hands it off to the back. Gets him down to a 2nd and 9. Second timeout used by the Cougars. Third and final timeout will probably be spent after this play if it's not a touchdown. Mayava throwing. Gets it to Lemon. 2 touchdowns on the game. Touchdown, USC. If USC scores again and Washington State doesn't have an answer for it, then we will go into the mercy rule. The mercy rule is when a team has 21 or more points, and if the team that is down by 21 does not score on that drive, the game is over. Mercy rule will go into effect as soon as USC scores a 21-point game, and Washington State does not do anything. Here we go. 14-0 game. 50 seconds to go. And they'll be brought down at the 20. First and 10 from the 20. 1 timeout for Washington State. USC gets ball first in the second half. Gets it for a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 7. He gets hit as he throws, but he gets it to his receiver. Final timeout used by Washington State. Huge first down for this Cougars team. Dropping back, gets it to his man. They're going to have to go into hurry-up mode. Time will run off the clock. They are not in hurry-up mode. This isn't a good idea by this Washington State offense. 20 seconds left in the first half. They have to rush to the line. 15 seconds to go. 11, 10. They need to get it to the sideline. They get it out of bounds, and this will probably be a Hail Mary shot. 7 seconds. You can probably take 2 shots if you're lucky. So that seems like what Washington State's going to do. 3rd and 1. 7 seconds to go in the first half. See what they can do. All time and day. He goes down. He walks into the sack. What is he doing? So USC has a chance to end it in the first drive of the second half. So welcome to the second half here at GESA Field, or commonly referred to as Martin Stadium. So USC looking to end it 21-0 if Washington State does not score on their next drive. USC wins with that. Hands it off to the back. Down he goes immediately. If Washington State can score one touchdown and hold USC to under 21, the mercy rule will be abolished in this game. Mayava throws, gets it to the big tight end. That's a first down, USC.
Gain of 17 on the play. Good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 37. Mayava drops back, finds his man, Lemon. He's going to be down 1 yard short. There's an injury timeout for Washington State. Wow. USC looking to end it. And down he goes. It's a 4-yard loss for USC. Third and 5. Biggest 3rd and 5 for USC. But no pressure. Here, this touchdown can end it. Washington State needs to score 7. An extra point could win it if Washington State does not score anything. We're going to push Washington versus Michigan to tomorrow at this point, because, I don't know, after this one. So, 20-0 game. What do you think they need to do in order to avoid the mercy rule? It kicks up and it's good. 21-0. Washington State needs to score at least 7 to keep themselves in it. Here we go. Kicks up, and they're going to bring it out. And they'll be stuck at their 16. This is an issue with Washington State all day today. Hands it off to the back. That gets them 6 yards on the play. It's a 2nd and 4. Well, there goes that. And it's going to be a 3rd and 4. So this is going to be the biggest 3rd and 4 of the game. That's the thing. This is going to be the big 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Washington State wants to continue playing. They will! They just need 7 points. First and 10 at 38. Hands it off to the back. Gets nowhere. Second and 10. Looking forward, if USC ends this in mercy, this will be the first Pcfl game that has ended in mercy. Second and 10. Sets up a screen with the run with the receiver, and here we go. Third and 13. Mercy rule in full effect. Is the pressure on Washington State. Third and 13 from the 35. And it's incomplete. The punt unit comes on, or they will go for it.
Number 98 in punt formation to kick it away.
And they punt it away. That is mercy rule. See you